Welcome to Your Dragon Reclaimed. Wow, just wow. What an episode I have in store for you today. Welcome to episode number 72 of Your Dragon Reclaimed. The day that this episode is being released is on the new moon solar eclipse in Leo. This also happens to be the last day of the Lionsgate portal, and today is launch day. Today, my book, How I Got My Dragon Back, A Healer's Journey from Suppression to Empowerment, is coming out into the world. And I cannot wait to share more around my book with you today. And there's so much that I want you to receive in this transmission, because we've got a solar eclipse, lots of fire. We've got Leo, the energy of you being you in the world, you sharing your heart in the world, and the closing of the Lionsgate portal. So all of this energy coming in to help us activate and be more of our authentic selves in the world. And so what I want to share with you today is how you, beautiful, sensitive soul, how you can be your dragon in the world today. Some people are like, ooh, dragons, they're really powerful. Can't believe she's talking about dragons. Yeah, hell yeah, I'm talking about dragons, because we've been suppressed for so long. We've been hiding our truth. We've been being the wallflower. We've been hanging out under the radar, hoping no one will see us. But you know what, beautiful soul, your gifts are so needed on this planet at this time. And I knew for so long, I have something really great and really special and really magical and incredible to share with the world. And it's coming out of me in book form. And I know that you do too. And I know you do. I know you have this feeling in your heart like, I'm special. I'm unique. I'm a boss. I'm powerful at the thing that I do. Except you forgot about how powerful and the fire that lives within you and your dragon. So I believe that everyone has dragon energy. This is the energy of magic, of mysticism, of empowerment, of inner fire. And when we channel our dragon energy in a way that is really true and aligned to who we are, then we share that magic, that mysticism, that power with the world, and everything just keeps expanding and growing from there. So my book, I have it right here. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. How I Got My Dragon Back. It's got the flames. It's got the dragon scales. I am so proud of this book because you know what? I know this book is going to change the world. I know in my heart and in my soul, I would have it no other way than creating massive impact in the world. And how is this book going to do this? This book tells my story of being a shy, extremely sensitive empath who sustained emotional trauma from the mental illness in my family. And there was so much silence, so much secrecy, so much hiding, so much shame that I took on, and I suppressed and had my throat chakra on lockdown. I hid who I was. I shut down my magic. It's like I turned it off. And through my journey of getting sick from holding myself in, from suppressing myself so much, to starting to open and expand and asking for help and asking for other people to support me because I thought I was in it all alone for so long. And then coming into a space where I finally received my passion and my purpose. But what I realized along the way is that it had to start with me. It had to start with me. And so in this book, I go from a young girl growing up in Chicago to traveling to Uganda and working with Doctors Without Borders overseas, and then ending up in Vail, Colorado, where now I have my own thriving energy healing practice. And I work with hundreds and hundreds of people all of the time through my podcast, through my events, through my group programs, through the clients that I work with one-on-one. And being in a career that I could never have imagined in my wildest dreams, but I know my heart and my soul came here to do. So, this book is about relationships. It's about our relationship to ourselves and how the relationship we have to ourselves is mirrored and reflected outward in the relationships that we cultivate in our lives. And it gives such a profound and deep understanding about the meaning of relationships, not only the meaning of our relationship to ourselves. Yes, that is like the central theme of this book, but it's also our relationships and the meaning of our relationships to others. This book is also about empowerment. So I cannot believe how far I have come. Looking back on that little girl that was so hurt, who was so afraid, who was so full of shame and so suppressed, and looking at the woman that I've come today, I'm like, holy moly, like I have come so far. I have expanded into this world more than I ever thought I could. And I know that that's possible for you too. And it was a journey. And that's why I felt it was so important to tell the whole story of my life up until about 2020. The next book's probably going to be the next 5 years, because the expansion was like massively, like a massive influx of change and growth and expansion after 2020. But the focus of this book is the journey of my life, because it was a journey. Getting my dragon back, my fire, my power. It didn't happen, boom, overnight. It happened progressively. And it happened in ways in which, when I was ready and I allowed it to happen. And then it's also about spirituality. We are our bodies, our minds, and our spirits as one. They are not separate. And when my spiritual awakening began, it was like all of the parts of me could now come back together, and I could feel more whole, and I felt more like myself, because my spirituality is so important to me. There's so much that I believe in around the connection of our souls, the purpose of our souls, why our souls are here on earth at this time, and the magic that our souls are capable of creating in this world. Except I was detached and cut off from my spirituality for a long time. And so this book is about all of those things individually, and they're about all of those things as one. And my hope and my dream for everyone who reads this book is for you to start to put back the pieces of yourself again, in your own power, in your spirituality, in your relationships, and even more. Because when I look back on my life and through this book, you'll see how everything was so profoundly connected. Everything I did had a purpose behind it. Everything that I did was meaningful and played a part in my own soul's growth and expansion. From the trauma I sustained when I was a little girl to starting to grow and expand, and going to Africa and wanting to help people, to moving to Vail and finally getting the inspiration and the understanding and what I needed to know about myself so that I could be the healing light that I wanted to be in the world. It all was stepping stones that led me to the woman that I am today. And that's what everyone's life path is about. Everything that you experience in your life has a purpose. And so by seeing how I put the puzzle pieces together, and the understandings and the coincidences and the synchronicities, my hope and my dream is that you can start to put together your own story and understand yourself in a deeper, more meaningful way. I cannot wait for you to read this book. It is now out on Amazon. I already got bestseller in Australia, bestseller for mysticism on Amazon. And so let's make this happen here in the US. My goal for this book is to make profound impact in the world. This is not about me and I want everyone to know my story. No, I want you people, everyone, to know my story so that we can all grow and expand and learn and heal and rise together. This book is for anyone who has suffered mental illness in their family. This book is for anyone who um, has experienced heartbreak and sadness in relationship and the healing that's possible with that. This is for anyone who has had a dream in their heart and they don't know how to bring it into the world. This book is for everyone, and especially it is for you, sensitive soul, because I am here to help guide you to light your fire. I am here to help you light your fire and feed your flame so that we can all be reflecting this beautiful, healing, expansive, evolutionary light in the world. So buy the book on Amazon. It's now available in ebook format for $2. If you purchase the ebook format, that really helps us to reach bestseller here in the United States. And it's also available. It's also available on paperback. So you can go ahead and get your copy today. And the Audible version is coming out so soon. And so the other part of this podcast is that I want to give you some guidance, some love, some support around how to be your dragon in the world. I have found my dragon. I'm still expanding more and more into her every single day. I just had this beautiful session with one of my mentors yesterday to get me all prepared and ready for this book launch. And there was a blind spot that came through, a major blind spot that came through. And I was like, holy shit, this is never ending. The healing, the expansion, the growth, the possibility of what we can grow more and more into, it's always there. It's always there. So I came up with 3 beautiful little reminders or ways in which you, sweet dragon, in which you can start to be more of your fire. You can be more of your dragon in the world. And the first, number 1, is to be vulnerable. Is to be vulnerable and ask for help. So you'll see in my story, I held everything inside all the way up until I was about 22 years old. I held everything inside, and it literally made me physically sick and mentally sick. And finally, I got to a boiling point where I couldn't hold it in anymore. I thought I was like going crazy. I was hurting. I was suffering. And finally, I asked for help. And I had this big, like massive transition moment where this is like, this is like 25 years ago, where I finally sought help and asked for help from a colleague at work. And then she referred me to counseling. And I went to a counselor for the very first time. And it was like, like everything came out. Everything came out. And after just that one session, I felt so much better. And it was an initiation. It was the spark. It was the beginning of my healing journey. And especially, this is like the thing that is so kind of backwards and interesting with empaths, is that we feel so much. We're so sensitive. Our hearts are so big and massive, and we want to help everybody. And the person that we struggle in helping the most is ourselves. We want to help, we want to fix, we want to heal everybody. Except we push away the one that needs it the most. And that's you. You cannot be your dragon in the world. You cannot be embodied in your power and your truth unless you are doing your work, unless you are healing. If you're not growing and evolving and healing, if you're staying the same you and you're like, oh, but I'm going to start my business and get my website up and start to recruit clients. They're not going to come. They're not going to come, sweet soul, because you're not mirroring that healing and that love and that receivership to them. So the number one way in which you can start to be your dragon in the world right now, today, is to ask for help and be vulnerable. I know it sounds fucking scary, but you know what? It's what is needed. And it's time to move past the fear. Like, we are in a place in our world right now, most of us, if you're listening to this podcast, I'm guessing this is where you are at in the world right now, is that you are safe. You are living in an environment that is safe. We aren't being chased in the woods. We're not being burnt at the stake. We're not having our heads cut off because we're being women and we're being our magic. You have the freedom to be your magic right now. And so we have to move past the fear. And if you feel stuck, if you feel like the fear is like consuming me, it's overwhelming, I don't know what to do about it, then ask for help again. Some of the most profound shifts I had on my healing path, on my journey, was asking for help, was working with mentors and teachers. I couldn't have initiated myself into Reiki on my own. I couldn't have had the deep shamanic initiation that I had in my Akashic Records training unless I was with that group of women that I was with. When my shamanic third eye was like opening and expansive and I was seeing spirits and it was scaring the shit out of me, I asked for help. I know I would have been like stuck in that fear and that like worry and not knowing what to do for so much longer unless I reached out for another teacher to like guide me through it and support me. So when we're feeling lost, when we're feeling stuck, when we're feeling scared, ask a teacher for support. You will never regret spending money on yourself. You will never regret going on a journey to Egypt just popped in for some reason, but you will never regret going to Egypt and experiencing a sacred pilgrimage there with a group of beautiful healers who are there in sisterhood to support you through the journey. You will never regret letting yourself heal. I mean, what's the opposite of not letting yourself heal? It's suffering more. Like, do you want to suffer more or do you want to feel relief? So ask for help. And the number two way to be your dragon in the world, and they're all connected, is to say yes to yourself. I did not get where I am today by saying no. Oh, maybe one day I'll write my book. Not now. Now's not a good time. Maybe one day I'll do Reiki training. Maybe one day I'll go to a counselor to help them with the severe anxiety and panic attacks I'm having. No, we have to say yes to ourselves if we want to get on a higher timeline, on a different timeline, on a more expansive timeline. You're not going to get to a new place in your life by saying no to yourself. You're not going to change the world in the ways you want to by saying no to yourself. And so we have to say yes to the opportunities that come in that feel aligned. We have to say yes to spending money on ourselves. Money is energy. Money doesn't even exist. Like, just start saying yes financially to yourself and you'll see what I mean. We have to say yes when we feel the tug and the pull at our heart and follow that and listen to the synchronicities. The thinking mind can be really powerful only if you let it. Only if you let the thinking mind take control, it will. But your wisdom, it can absolutely run the show if you start to see how powerful your wisdom is and start to feel how deeply connected it is to all of you, body, mind, and soul. I had a new client the other day, and she had a virtual session with me. We had a virtual session, and then she didn't even know where I was located in the world. And I told her I'm in Vail, Colorado, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm coming there next week." And so she signed up for a program with me because she's like, it's like the most incredible synchronicity. Like, I just happen to be coming to Colorado, and I just happen to have this session with you. Like, it's the universe, it's my soul telling me I need to work with you. So we have to like listen to the synchronicities because the universe is trying to help us all of the time. And if we keep saying no, then you know what? The universe gets its presence, or spirit's presence gets dimmer and quieter, and it's like, oh, she's not listening. I'm not going to try anymore. But the more and more you say yes, the more universe is like, okay, we're playing the game. Let's do this, girl. I'm gonna give you the signs. I'm gonna give you the codes. I'm gonna give you the keys because you're playing, you're having fun. Let's do this. Let's have fun together. So be vulnerable, ask for help, say yes to yourself. And the last little piece of advice, the last little nugget here is to share yourself authentically with the world. You, all of us, are being called more and more to step into our authenticity, our true self, our true nature, be who we are in the world. And we hear this all of the time now. It's absolutely a product of Pluto being an Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of authenticity, of uniqueness, and coming together in community. And so the universe is supporting us in being our truth and being our authentic selves. And what does that mean? It means by just like speaking your truth. It means if you have an idea or something wants to move through you, let it. So if you're having a conversation with a friend and you have like a spiritual insight, like, oh, but I'm afraid to share it because I don't think she's spiritual. And what if I say it and she laughs at me or she thinks I'm weird? Like, who cares? Just say it. It hurts you more by holding it in than it does to let it out. Trust me, I know. I held myself in for so long, and again, it made me sick. So the more and more you let your life force move through you, whether it's through your voice, whether it's through your body, whether it's through your creativity and putting something that you made out into the world, the more and more you stop blocking yourself from letting your own creative life force move and flow, the healthier you become, the more fire and empowerment you feel, and the more your light shines. The more your light shines. So all of us, it's almost like we're sick and tired of holding ourselves back. I sure am. I'm sick of it. It's like getting so old. And that's a great catalyst point. If you're like so over and to the point where you're like, I'm like, need a change, like this is not aligned, living this way, being this way is not aligned for me anymore. It's making me physically ill, or it's making me like so frustrated, or just craving and desiring so much more. Then when we reach that point of like, it's not like a rock bottom, but it's like a turning point, or like a gap in where we were and the person we know we were meant here to be. It's time to like fill in the gap. It's time to let the key turn. It's time to step into that new version of you. And it takes practice. And the more and more we practice, the easier it becomes. So start sharing yourself authentically, and like, who cares? Who cares? It's kind of like funny. Like, if someone wants to leave you a negative comment on social media, let them, because it's just showing like a part of them that needs to be healed. If someone wants to like laugh or make fun of you, okay. It's like you become the force field because you love yourself so much and you're so ready to be who you are that it's like, I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. So, beautiful soul, to be your dragon in the world, ask for help, say yes to yourself, and let your authenticity move through you unapologetically. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to purchase a copy of my book to support this spreading of the dragon, of the fire energy, of the empowerment, of the healing across the planet. I highly invite you to buy the ebook copy this week, today, if possible, on 8/12, because that will help to get it out there to more people, to help the energy of the dragon spread. And please also remember to like this podcast, give it a heart, write a comment with who your dragon wants to be in the world, and share it with someone who you feel needs it at this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy launch day. Happy new moon solar eclipse in Leo. And I cannot wait to see how we continue to grow and expand together. Check you later, dragon. Mwah.